there has been some breaking news regarding the Minnesota and Natalie Ryan that we need to talk about. Let's get into it. Alright, so sorry about the poor audio quality. I am recording in my empty apartment because I'm moving. I don't have any of my equipment and I haven't uploaded in like a week, so apologize there, but you guys don't really care about that. Natalie Ryan is officially going to be playing in the Preserve this weekend. And this is because the Minnesota judge ruled in favor of Natalie Ryan to compete. And so while there is a chance for this motion to be overturned, I do believe this will be the ending outcome, allowing Natalie Ryan to compete without some weird edge case of her having to qualify in an A tier. This is just straight up Natalie Ryan is going to be competing. So Natalie Ryan filed a motion for a temporary injunction, which would allow her to play this event. And since this is in the state of Minnesota, there are completely different rules being applied. So even though a very similar thing happened in California with the OTB Open, this is entirely new with new circumstances and a new judge. And so obviously Natalie Ryan is pretty stoked, saying, I can't wait to compete. And the clear proof of precedent that the judge stated is that in the case of JC Cooper versus USA Powerlifting, with very similar conditions, they did rule in favor of the transgender athlete, allowing her to compete. Therefore, the judge ruled in favor of Natalie Ryan. And the judge also stated that Natalie Ryan might be facing discrimination based upon the Minnesota Human Rights Act, and stated that this will likely succeed based on the merits of the case. Now, I obviously am no lawyer. I don't really know what half of the words in the document actually mean, but if you do want to see a more complete rundown, check Ultiworld's art, and obviously want the full breakdown, read the actual document. I am not a lawyer. I can definitely not read through it all, but I'm sure you'll find a lot more information than I currently have. And there was one mention stating that Natalie Ryan filed a little bit late, which could be perceived as a very tactical approach to this, but also stated that it will not engage in any speculation regarding the matter. So you may be thinking, yeah, whatever, is going to have the same recourse that happened last time, where the DGBT files an emergency appeal, but with the different circumstances regarding the California case, where there was a jurisdictional argument where like there was a particular person on DGBT that was in Virginia, but it was filed in California, like some weird nonsense happening there. That is not the case in the state of Minnesota with this case. So there are less arguments that the DGBT and the PDGA can file here if they did want to make an emergency appeal. But with such short notice, I don't think these will actually go through. But obviously I'm not a lawyer. I don't know exactly what will happen. But this does seem to potentially point to more approval for transgender athletes in disc golf. Not necessarily saying this will be a trend, but this does point to two states that did have potentially good outcomes for these transgender athletes. So we'll just have to see what comes of it in the future. This is definitely an evolving issue that has many different people at play. But with all these different states, there are a lot of different factors at play that does allow Natalie or any future transgender athletes to potentially become more and more widely approved if these state-run lawsuits do get approval. And while for me personally, I don't think that will become the outcome, it is certainly interesting that these states do actually rule in favor of Natalie Ryan, when it does seem like the general consensus in this matter is on the opposing side. So with that said, what do you guys think? I would love to hear it. Also, I just want to say sorry for being gone for so long. I've been moving, packing, doing a bunch of stuff, and haven't really had time to get to my computer, but thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Wild Runs, signing out. Peace.
We'll be right back.